This is one where I think they arrested the wrong guy, so he's going to be released. The only issue is this might pop up in the future, so I don't know if where he gets the "not me" letter.
Hold up. Did you catch that? They are letting someone go because the police grabbed the wrong person. Total case of mistaken identity. And trust me, it's just as legally messy as it sounds. Ever wonder how often this kind of mix-up happens? Hint, more than you'd imagine. Drop a comment if you know someone whose name twin has stirred up legal confusion.
That's the judge, or it could be the prosecutor assigned to the case, saying that this is my face attached to this government name. I have a different FBI number, whatever they want to pick. I don't care, but because it's the same date of birth, so that's going to be irrelevant for the not-me letter.
Are you how do you know? Did you do
tattoos and FBI number and mugshots?
Okay.
It's a common name, and I guess
it's a very common name.
I guess common-ish date of birth.
Ish, or the same date?
But no, it's same date of birth. It's just we had one happen last week, so 2 in 2 weeks is kind of unusual.
Yeah, I would say so. So you're definitely going to file.
And here's the twist. Having the warrant recalled doesn't wipe the slate clean. Now the burden falls on him to prove he isn't the culprit, all thanks to someone with the same name and birthday committing the crime. You can practically hear the legal system groaning under its own bureaucratic weight.
I would say so. So you're definitely going to file a nollie now?
I already filed the dismissal.
Okay. So where is it that he goes? I don't remember.
Where is it that he goes?
To get that letter?
Yeah, that's the thing.
But where? I don't even remember.
Illinois. Wait, sorry?
Oh yeah, that's where he's from.
That's where he had to get it from.
So he's gonna have to go up there.
Right.
Where though? Is it at
Will County?
Is it at a sheriff's office or?
No, it's gonna have to be by the court or the prosecutor, because they're the ones attached to the case that they're going for. Because ultimately it's the warrant, and if the warrant's recalled, it makes it all irrelevant. But
Morning, Mr. Martinez. You have a very common name, and there are a gajillion Francisco Martinezes out there.
This one hits different. The fear doesn't end with one mistake. You're left wondering if the cops will show up at your door again. It's more than a clerical error. It's a nightmare on repeat. So here's the real question. How do we fix a system that keeps mistaking innocent people for criminals?
Unfortunately, there is someone wanted in that jurisdiction that has your name, and you see now that you've been wrong.
All right, tech nerds and legal minds, lean in. This is where outdated systems crash into real-world consequences. No teletype photos, no fingerprint checks. Think about it. In 2025, you can DoorDash a burrito with facial ID, yet law enforcement still can't reliably match a face across jurisdictions. Crazy, right?
The fear is that this continues. So I don't know. There are methods out there. Mr. Kim, you say there's a letter that he can get. There's a letter that he can get. What we're going to do is I cannot give you legal advice. I cannot give you legal advice. But I'm going to have we've appointed a lawyer that will tell you how you can take care of this so that it doesn't happen again. We're going to process you out. You should be out within hopefully the next 46 hours. Hopefully the next 46 hours. Will tell you how to go about getting a letter. How to go about getting a letter happen again. So that this doesn't happen again. Do you have any questions? Did you want to add anything? Ricardo?
Let's hear it say, Judge. Let's hear it say bad situation. Bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, mistakes. Mistakes have been made. I don't know the arresting officer. I don't understand why they would deeper dive.
Well, when they're on the field, and it's obviously an arrest in the evening, us being one of the few agencies, us being 24/7, is that they can only confirm my teletype. They can only whatever my teletype for whatever division is, and so division is, and so with the most commonly that should narrow it down, because you can't take for that when they get processed in, but then for again the same name of birth, but demand trace shots with the demand, because the teletype can't, and so ultimately that text is the name of date of birth.
So that's why I was. So that's why mobile aphids. They've got these mobile aphids.
Sure, but the majority, the way they're sent by teletype, can't be thumbprint in a teletype. So even a teletype. So even a thumbprint. So there's no way the thumbprint should be able to verify.
Let's break this down. A 17-year-old pulls a gun to defend his brothers and ends up arrested. But here's the dilemma. Is that an unlawful act or an act of heroism? This is where law and ethics collide, and the gray area is huge. So, what do you think? Would you have done the same?
The rest, the correct date of birth,
But
mugshots.
that only corresponds to the warrant for the demanding jurisdiction if they have something to match it against. So that's the issue is, yes, it can pull it up on our side, but it's the same way even for our parole violations is they can't check on scene, especially at 1 a.m. That's why we're the second check, is that we're able to verify if there's a thumbprint, mugshot, etc.
You're going to be released here momentarily. I'll have Ricardo tell you how to take the next steps, though. Okay? All right. Good luck, Mr. Martinez. Thank you.
I think we still need to approach on a different one from Mr. Diaz. We'll approach soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna just call their main line since the sergeant's not getting back to me.
Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
That's a mountain of court rulings striking this law down. Fifth Circuit, federal courts, the works. So why are people still being charged under it? This is how broken laws outstay their welcome, and innocent people end up paying the price.
Shh. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 5th, 2025, the officer responded to a suspicious person with a weapon on 5900 Gulf Freeway. The officer made contact with the defendant, who was 17 years old. The defendant advised he was inside Jack in a Box while brothers were selling waters outside. The defendant saw a male rushing at his brothers with a knife, pulled out his gun, and pointed it at the male while telling his brothers to run. The officer performed a search on the defendant, locating a 9mm Glock 19, and the defendant advised he bought the gun from a friend for $150.
I mean,
Yes, Judge. In this case, the officer was going off the fact that he performed the search because he indicated there was a firearm. So
he's going to the defense of others.
yes, Judge.
It's another person.
And it's just the way this is pled is because he's underage. He's below the age of 21. That's the way it's pled, Your Honor.
You hear this?
Hold on. I'm going to go yell at somebody. Hold on.
Hi, Judge. Is this young man charged with unlawful carrying of possession for being under 21?
Correct.
Hold on, I've got a kit. Here's the GPS
But I'm
memo.
more concerned about the defense of others. Did you hear it? I mean,
No, hold on.
hold on a second.
Here's GPS.
Let me give you a lawyer, Mr.
Yeah. Oh, I volunteer. Representation. Yeah.
Give me a record, can you fill that out, please?
I will do that. But here's a GPS memo saying that it's
Hold on a second.
unconstitutional.
You know, represent the gentleman?
Oh, hell yes. Here's the Fifth Circuit saying that it's unconstitutional. Here is the United States District Court, Northern District, saying it's unconstitutional. Here's a motion to quash information. I'll just cross out the name.
Great job.
Yeah, I had to get in this fight yesterday, and I'm teed up.
Here you go, Mr. Tito.
Thank you.
Judge.
I was
is
gonna,
RPC?
yeah, look, you gotta be very careful. You know, God forbid something happens where you really dig yourself a hole. I'm gonna find no probable cause, but really, you have to be very careful. You know, sometimes you make a decision in life and it can really have consequences, all right? You know what that means, right? Are you in school? It all starts with school, man. You got to get back into school. This is not a good way to go through life at 7. The more schooling you have, the more money you're going to make. Knowledge is power, my friend. Do it. Make something. Make me proud. Please. You got it.
Yeah,